Baby dolls, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you still believe it's a believer cycle? We've been waiting a very long time. This has tested everything. Metcalfe's Law, Reed's Law, Diamond Hands, WAGMI, every single narrative you can think of. How badly do you want it? Not everyone's going to make it though. It's true, right? Look at this Coinfessions Rekt. I did it the legit way. I ran up 300 grand from meme coins. Then I lost it all just as fast as I made it. He continues. I tried to run it back so many times. I touched $0 in my bank more than I can count. Met some people, got into fraud. Now I've got 50 grand in the bank, 120k in cash. I'm moving across the country as we speak, and low seven figures spread across ledgers, buried in multiple places in case I get caught. And now I've completely closed that chapter and waiting to play the next bear run and open up a marketing agency. I now believe even if the risk you gotta take is bad, take it. So this person is definitely on the run. Not everyone's gonna make it. I mean, this person, like this type of like life, being on the run, it usually spirals somewhere. You know, you gotta have an off button, friends. That's the thing, right? You're learning from Michael Saylor and all the leverage. Like, it's great to have the on button. See, a lot of people, they're just permanently off. Okay, so we learn here how to power on our Game Boys. Okay, put your power button up here. That's what we do. But then you got to have an off button. With trading, you got to learn how to stop. With Michael Saylor, you got to know how to turn off the leverage. You get it? You do get it, okay? But what we're doing here, we're continuing to hold. A lot of people might say, oh, yeah, you should have pushed the off button a long time ago. That's why it's not so easy, okay? There's a lot of guesswork here, and we're doing basically things as we just go on. A lot of people feel like, oh, maybe we're just making all of it up. Yeah, but this type of questioning, that's exactly part of the hero's journey in every single investor. I mean, friends, the pDAI journey, for example, is just, it's so clear cut, so transparent to be running alongside all of this. Even Richard Hart back in 2022, buy high, sell low. Quan do, getting, trading doesn't help peg. So it's just showing you, friends, when you see these things, it's not an accident that Richard Hart, genius for living on top of a sandwich shop, okay, solves a lot of problems there. He's thinking about, what did Do Kwon do wrong? Mr. Dildo Kwon. Remember Luna UST, friends? Because Luna UST, so UST had 16 billion market cap, but there was only about 10% backing at collateral, UST. It was only 1.6 billion. That was the 40,000 Bitcoin at $40,000 worth. It was about 1.6 billion. So where's the other billions of dollars come from? Well, obviously something went wrong. Now, what do you think Richard is thinking? I feel like, friends, he's thought, oh, well, you know, if I just own all the supply, right, you guys can't dump it. That's what I'm kind of feeling, but we don't know. Remember, he dropped his top hat item, plus 10 luck, plus 15% evasion. That's his attributes out here. So all of these things are running concurrently. And remember, friends, like if you don't have to do the pDAI thing. You don't have to. But checking out PulseChain, I mean, the price is still a poop. God damn, man. Can we just go up, bro? Got to put a 24-hour for this 4%. But hey, look, the buy and burn for PulseX is now 7.30%. So even if you don't believe in anything else, this thing is real DeFi and it's working in the background. I mean, like for such a small, relatively small chain, I mean, it's packing a big, powerful punch. It just takes some time. I showed you this recently as well, friends. So James Wynn is back and opened a 40x leverage short position, but I think he flipped now to being long with Mr. Aguila trades. So friends, this is, I'm showing you this as a contrast. This is what you don't want to be doing. You don't want to be putting on enormous positions where a $2,000 Bitcoin move literally wipes you out. That's just the total wrong frame of mind here. We're in the right frame of mind. We're in the right place, okay? Because no one's looking where we're looking. I found this also funny, friends. They aren't confessing. They are bragging. This is Plebita. He's a Bitcoin maxi. So he's showing, friends, Udi in the middle, he's a Bitcoin maxi. And on the sides, you have LA Vape Cabal dudes, okay? So what's happening is, I mean, it's just kind of funny, bro, that Bitcoin maxis are now streaming with Solana LA Vape Cabal dudes. So that's, I don't know how this happened. I would have never picked it. But Bitcoin and Solana, the maxis, You guys are in the same dumpster fire, but you think you're on top of the world. But roll this forward 12 to 24 months, it might not be the same story. I never would have expected that, man. It's like, friends, they love to mention how much they hate Ethereum and that they're short Ethereum. Ethereum must fulfill its destiny with a UFO level pump. And with that being said,
Do you ever question your life?
Yes, I do every day.
Do you ever wonder why?
Is it the nipple pegs? Is it the fake cigarette? Is it the pill tester hat? Asking questions all the time. What the hell are we doing here, bro? Like, this, you know what I mean? Like, we better be right. You know, there's no cash flow here. It's literally a whole new way of valuing an asset. The cryptocurrency industry. It's Metcalfe's law and it's digital cities, right? So we better be right. You know, we are right. We are right. Okay, it's working. But just when you dive deep like this, though, you know, that's why you concentrate, friends. You can't do diversification rubbish. But yeah, it's going to be a while. An old stock market saying, nobody rings a bell at the stock market top. Okay, that's very important. A lot of people trying to ring the bells right now. Oh, the cycle's going to be over soon. Too many people, way too eager to ring the bell, bro. You know, a lot of people are saying, oh, Michael Saylor is going to get liquidated. Yeah, bro, he is, but not now. Nowhere near now, dude. We haven't got to the silly part, the silly willy part. You might ask as well, how do you even know it's getting to the silly willy part? Oh, you'll know. We'll see a few things. But also, you never really, there's no real formula. It's just that, okay, Michael Chad Saylor, it's like a perfect, like, you know, the poster boy of the leverage of Bitcoin and stuff out here. One of two things are going to happen. It's a tug of war, okay? Either the non-believers are going to tug Michael Saylor in a very family-friendly way, okay? They're going to tug him and then he's going to get liquidated. Or Michael Saylor's tug is so powerful, he's going to make them FOMO in after him. And then a couple of them are going to get liquidated. What do you think is going to happen? I feel like Michael Saylor is going to be the one who's going to be doing it. Found this funny, oh man, times have changed, friends. So 12 years ago, DaVinci J15, Bitcoin update. Please just buy $1 worth of Bitcoin, please. And then next video. All in on this coin. I am going all in on George Droid token. Here is why. What happened, bro? What's going on, sir? It's just breaks my heart, man. What happened, sir? DaVinci, what happened, bro? I was in your channel with Mr. Custon and everything. How did we all end up here, man? Some of you friends, a lot of you are remember me from the DaVinci channel. We're all in there together. George Droid. You gotta laugh, man. You know, I do wonder about what would DaVinci think about, say, pDAI. Okay, yes, this is a bull dominating a bear. You know, of course, a lot of other people, when they come in cryptocurrency industry, they go, Bitcoin is the way, the truth, the light. We don't need to deviate off it. But then it's kind of funny because they do capitulate on the idea. They go, oh yeah, BlackRock totally owns it now. And like they can like change a lot of stuff. So we'll see how it plays out, right? Now, we found this very, very funny. Thank you to Sammy Chica. Types of headaches you can have. Migraine, hypertension, stress, PulseChain sacrifice. Been 4 long years. By the way, friends, of course. Oh, Bob Lazar's trending. I'm gonna have to go watch some stuff on that. Yes, finally. A lot of the friends, every coin's in the same camp, bro. We just don't give a shit about most of them. Like Avalanche and Stellar and all these, bro. We get it. You're all fairly valued, high market cap stuff. Okay, you know. But PulseChain's deep value contrarian, man. It is deep value contrarian. Still. Gonna be a while though, and a lot of my friends, family, a lot of you as well. You all know this, friends. A lot of you said to me, "Hey man, pDAI is the only reason you're excited about crypto in the first place." Your words, not mine. I don't hear that about PulseX. I'm excited for PulseX. Okay, I don't hear that about Ink. I'm excited for Ink, friends. Okay, you ever seen the logo this green? I don't think you have. Mathematically, you can't actually make an RGB green logo more greener than this. Okay. Hex, it's cycle 2, you know what I mean? So if you were excited, which we are, but like it's not like first cycle, right? And PulseChain, you know, it's a speed token, you know, so you need Ethereum to stop cucking us, right? But there's nothing that hits like pDAI is like, whoa. It's like so volatile, you know? So I love all of them. It's because that's first cycle unicorn effect, bro. That's why they're so rare. I want you to think about this as well. Firstly, let's look at David Goggins' thinking, okay? So do you have a plan on what to do? What if Richard Hart's PulseChain marketing post mail, what if it has any mention of pDAI? So why I even mention that is, okay, if it mentions PulseChain, PulseX, Hex, or Inc., you're expecting that. You know, that's priced in to you and me already. You didn't give a shit. You're like, oh yeah, someone else come buy my bag. Some of the rich addresses. Okay, have you priced in the chance though? What if there's a pDAI logo somewhere? I don't know what's in the marketing material. I don't know what's going on. Okay, maybe he's sending people lube, right? Send me some. I need some. Hey Richard, send me some Band-Aids. Okay, I'd like a post-mail postcard with some Band-Aids, please. That's a trick question. Good luck going to your local pharmacy and finding one of these bad boys. So that marketing material and all of these things to think about, friends. Like that's you're front running, you're front running everyone on a cult chain. There's only like 6 people here, so this is just something to think about, okay? Because I don't want anyone to like, if like I'm just warning you, all right? Let's say there is a mention of it, which is that breaks all paradigms, all right? I don't want to see you if the ratio's up at like 400. I don't want to see you guys dump all your core coins and then start throwing it in there, you know? But I won't be surprised when people do. Not if they do, when they do it. I won't be surprised because in your mind, it's like, oh, well, I know the target. It's a dollary dooney. You know? You and I will be partying together. Don't worry. How amazing is that? Friends, you don't get this, bro. Bro, the coin went to 0 twice. All right? It went to 0 twice and it's coming back up. And just to let you know, friends, I've traded price action. Yes, price action, bids, offers, liquidity, every single terminology, okay? I can see footprints in the market, okay? This is what I do. You know, some people, friends, you know, they can see when there's extra paint that's put on a door. Some people know when a wall's been renovated. Other people know, oh, there's a new toilet seat installed here. You know what I mean? Like everyone can, there's a new door handle and stuff here. I can just see squiggly lines, okay? What this tells me is someone with insider information knew this thing's not worth 0. That's what this chart pattern is, okay? You see that V? There's not even a double bottom, bro. You know what I mean? It's just straight. Pfft. That's Black Swan. That is zombie virus, right? Or just a transfer out and everyone gets back in. The market's like, oh, the world's over. Wait, no, it's not. It was the same thing here. Oh, pDAI's gone to 0. No, wait, it's still alive. Luckily, we're still early, all right? The whole chain, we're still early. Also, slap yourself if you thought the soy cabal was right about selling your pDAI. My gosh, man. Why do you do this to yourself, brother? Jeez. So, you gotta laugh, man. Oh, man. What's Jim Rat saying? Fade Richard, make money. Listen to Richard, lose everything. Stop buying pDAI. Yeah, see, it gets tough because, like I said to you, there's Warlord Richard, Cycle 1, Season 1. Now we've evolved, right? It's a new game. There's multiple tokens. There's a lot of things happening. Government's really trying to kill everyone when it comes to stablecoins and stuff out here. So, yeah, it is what it is. And I've made many videos covering why he would speak like this in the first place. My ultimate conclusion is he's got to get a lot of supply in his own hands. So it works. That's like, I guess if you go down the route, that could be it. But could be wrong, bro. I don't know, friends. I don't know. Like, you know, I mean, Mr. NineIronCapital could be Richard, right? I know they speak with like certainty. I've got question marks everywhere. I don't know, bro. You know what I mean, friends? It's just, there's a lot of things. I got no idea. But when we win, I hope you're inspired. You're like, dude, this guy just had no idea what was coming next. He still made it. Yeah, but I want to tell you something, friends. Are you aware of a man who used to live on top of a sandwich shop? Okay, he used to wear Louis Vuitton tracksuits. He's twerked. His nickname is Greg the Duck. All right? His full birth name is Richard Fart. When Bitcoin was around, let me show you. He went through the same thing we're going through now. This is the Bitcoin price chart. Friends, he was literally, right here. Here it is. 2011, Satoshi left. Satoshi literally left. What now? But someone makes an internet Ponzi, okay, and then they literally leave. Bye-bye. And then Richard Firma buys the top. And it comes out. See that? I know it looks like, oh yeah, log chart. No, bro. No one knew what the hell log chart was back then. This is what it looked like. Like, oh, you bought the top of an internet Ponzi. It's all over. And then obviously look where he is now. Also, you have to respect someone who, like, Witchard and everybody else holding, they didn't sell at 10 million. They didn't sell their BTC at 10 million. Then they didn't sell it at 20 million. Then 50 million. There was a point, Richard wakes up on one day, probably he goes downstairs, orders a sandwich, probably gets like a gyros or something on a chicken wraps, okay? He probably wasn't a chicken wrap guy, it's probably like a triple meat patty, triple cheese, you know what I mean? So he ordered his triple meat patty cheeseburger and he comes back upstairs, he refreshes his computer, his portfolio is now 90 million on his Bitcoin holding. Remember, friends, it was there for a day. And he's looking at it, should I sell $90 million worth of this internet Ponzi? And you know what he said? No deal. Then it went to $1 billion. Now it's more. Okay, so I know it's like we've got to be careful as well. We can't just say, oh, let's go hold absolutely everything. No, friends, not all Pokeballs are meant to be held. Which makes it tough. That's what we all think when altcoins and we're getting excited about the business cycle and everything out here. We've got a long way to go. But yeah, we just got to be mindful. Bitcoin is statistically, it is special. It goes up with the global M2 liquidity pencil, but I'm showing you just how difficult it was to hold through this. All these question marks, We at least we live in a paradigm where Witchhead, he's created like a little game, puzzle, Rubik's Cube, multi-dimensional scheme thing, right? He's created it and we're like part of his universe. When he was in Bitcoin, there was no universe, bro. It was literally, hey, there's an internet Ponzi. Here's like this internet forum. This guy named Satoshi. You don't know who the hell this is, bro. And you don't even know how to read code, by the way. This thing could be bugged out to the hell house. You know what I mean? So that's how difficult it was back then, but that's why they get the upside reward. So I want to show you this context of these. We're standing on the shoulders of giants. Yeah, we come after them. We get less ROI, but pDAIs is still enormous in the first place, And we are taking, we feel like we're taking a lot of risk, but we're actually not taking as much risk because, at least there's an industry now and everything out here, okay? So now you understand this, friends. People that, you always got to check, right? Are we just on the total wrong path? Is this like totally where we shouldn't be looking or should be looking? Of course, because you don't know the answer, right? I'm still comfortable with this bet. That's just me. Okay. If you don't like it, I don't know, click sell, bro. Or don't buy in the first place. Click sell. I don't give a shit. Sell at 1 cent. Sell everything at 5 cents. Sell everything at 2 cents. Sell everything at 10 cents. I don't know. I don't care. Okay. You have to make the decision for yourself. But I see a lot of question marks here because that's what a lot of my question people say. Tommy, you don't know what comes next. How do you even hold? Well, bro, they don't understand, man. Like when you've been in the game, the more question marks there are, you got to replace question marks with dollars. Okay? Because you think, okay, if I don't know anything, most other people also probably don't know anything. Therefore, if something good appears, that's positive dollary doonies to get priced into the market. Okay? On the contrary, if everyone knew the whole story, okay, and then everyone had priced it all in, there's nowhere else to go but have disappointment. Do you get it? So I know it's very, very tough because that means you're constantly seeking uncertainty. Like that's not how humans operate. Like you don't constantly go, hey, I'm going to walk into someone's house I've never been before. right? Oh, I'm going to go spend Saturday night with someone I've never met before, you know? I'm going to go to this random takeaway store. Actually, I'm just going to go to, say, Calcutta. I'm going to go to India. I'm going to have their street food. You know their street food, friends, where they're like, it's like taking a dump over it, spreading mustard. They get a fly, put it in the burger, and they just split on it, and it just wipes their sweat, wipes his butt, and hands it to you. You know what I mean? Like, you see what I mean? We don't go seek that. You know, we seek comfort. We seek stuff we know. But that's what the crowd is doing. That's why the crowd's constantly buying highs, because they're constantly seeking comfort, right? We understand on that level. You can see, oh, wow, we're on the right path, right? Doesn't necessarily mean you win, okay? I also wonder about this. I'm going to take this a bit different direction, friends.
And they were in the Oval Office, 3 or 4 pilots. These are not people that make up stories. They said, all I know, sir, is there was a round object that was going 4 times faster than my F-22, which is a very fast plane. And it wasn't, you know, it shouldn't have been. It was round, sir. They have seen, I mean, 4 or 5 guys I've interviewed, solid people, great pilots for the U.S. Air Force, etc. They've seen things that they cannot explain.
Pretty much Trump is pretty much confirming UFOs, okay? I really think, man, I'm just looking at Trump. I'm looking at the orange man. And he's got a stable coin, bro. He's got USD1. He's got a stable coin. I like the Bitcoin. I like crypto. So he wants to be crypto president. AI, ass intelligence as well. He's a AI president. He's a crypto president. The Bitcoin. He's a Bitcoin's president. Okay. Maybe UFO president too. Maybe. Why I'm telling you all this, okay? It feels like Trump is like the final movie, the final episode of this. I just, like, how can it possibly top this? Like, who the hell is going to be next president, bro? They're going to be so boring, you know? So I feel like everything has to happen in our cycle. Ethereum, you've got to go to 10 grand plus, right? pDAI, if you're going to peg, it's got to be this cycle. Yeah, there's like everything's coming online. You know, all the stable coins and all these other stuff. You know, there's a 2-year grace period, by the way, with the stable coins, with the Evil Genius Act. You got 2 years, basically, in a nutshell. You got 2 years to figure out how you're going to get around their system. And that's why it feels like this is it. Okay, it's like we're going, friends. This is like, yes, we're building up to the very end, and it's cranking on through now. So it doesn't mean, we guarantee success or any of that. We don't want to put pressure on ourselves just in case everything buckles, but, we're on the right path. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.